Donald Trump is preparing to take power after his decisive election win. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Thursday, November 7th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. The results of Tuesday's election could hand Republicans unified control of government and give Donald Trump a broad mandate to pursue an agenda of radical change. To do that, he has to put together a team. And Trump's advisors have already zeroed in on candidates for top appointments. Sources told the Post that Senator Marco Rubio of Florida is under consideration for Secretary of State. Trump's former primary rival, Vivek Ramaswamy, could also join the cabinet. And Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas has been suggested for Defense Secretary by people in Trump's orbit, according to a Trump advisor. J.D. Vance could also play a key role in the Trump administration as the first millennial vice president. Trump's team will help him carry out the many promises he made while campaigning. Trump has often spoken about the actions he will take on day one in office. That includes mass deportations of undocumented immigrants and banning transgender women from women's sports. For more election news, check out the latest episode of The Campaign Moment. My colleagues Aaron Blake and Ashley Parker examine how Trump won, what comes next, and what this all means for the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris conceded the election to Trump yesterday. The vice president marked the end of her short but bruising campaign in a speech at Howard University, her alma mater in D.C. She told supporters that they must move forward as one nation, despite her loss. She also made it clear that accepting the results of a lost election was a fundamental principle of American democracy.
Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Meanwhile, anguished Democrats are trying to work out what went so badly wrong. Voter anger about the economy appeared to boost Trump. That has baffled Democrats, who've pointed to a booming stock market and consistently low unemployment. But voters have been dour about the economy since inflation peaked at 9% in 2022. That was the fastest rise in prices in roughly 40 years. Number 3. Voter turnout is nearing the record high set in 2020. Votes are still being counted in some states, but the data so far suggests that the number of people who voted in this election will be the second highest in the past century. In several states, especially key battlegrounds, early voting set the stage for high overall turnout. And we still don't know all the results. Dozens of House races remain too close to call, leaving control of that chamber in question. And that's making Democrats nervous. If Democrats win control of the House, it would serve as the only check on a second Trump administration and a Republican-led Senate. But if Republicans win, Speaker Mike Johnson has promised to launch what he called the, quote, most aggressive 100-day agenda of the modern era in close coordination with Trump. Number 4. North Korean troops battled Ukrainian forces for the first time. U.S. and NATO officials have said that Russia trained and sent thousands of North Koreans to fight its war against Ukraine. And yesterday, Ukraine confirmed its troops had engaged in some small-scale clashes with them. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky implored his Western allies to take action over Russia's use of North Korean troops in the war. The development comes as Russian leaders celebrated Trump's election victory. America's European allies, meanwhile, are worried about the future of U.S. aid to Ukraine. A dangerous wildfire is spreading rapidly in Southern California. That's our fifth story. The mountain fire ignited yesterday morning about 20 miles northwest of Malibu. It exploded to more than 14,000 acres and spread rapidly in populated areas of Ventura County. Officials conducted hasty evacuations in parts of the county and reported that several people had been injured and were taken to hospitals. And major utilities cut power to prevent their equipment from igniting new fires. Fire Chief Dustin Gardner of the Ventura County Fire Department spoke about the fires at a news conference yesterday.
Bushes are burning, grass is burning, hedgerows are burning, agricultural fields are burning, and structures are burning. This fire is moving dangerously fast.
Number 6. Trump might target fluoride in tap water, and experts are concerned. Robert Kennedy Jr. is an anti-vaccine activist and former independent presidential candidate. He dropped out of the race and endorsed Trump in August. Now he's poised to have a top health role under Trump. And he's promised to start trying on day one of a Trump administration to remove fluoride from drinking water. When Trump was recently asked about Kennedy's plan, he said it sounded, quote, okay to me. Fluoride is a naturally occurring mineral, and the decades-long practice of adding it to water has been praised as one of the great public health achievements of the 20th century. When fluoride was first introduced in water supplies in some Western countries, it caused big reductions in tooth decay. Experts see no upside to removing it. And at number 7. A new study found that yoga may help reduce lower back pain. This study followed 140 Cleveland Clinic employees who had disclosed moderate amounts of pain for at least 3 months. Some took part in a 12-week virtual yoga program. Those who did reported feeling less pain and having better sleep than those who didn't do the program. Experts say that yoga is a good option for back pain because of its focus on static poses. And it's easy to come up with variations for people who may need a chair or another mobility aid to perform the moves. If you want to give it a try, the Cleveland Clinic has a free introductory yoga course. There's a link to that in today's newsletter. Just follow the link in our show notes. And I hope you enjoy a future with less back pain. All right, you're all caught up. But before you go, a reminder that if you're a subscriber to The Washington Post, you can get access to our shows ad-free in Apple Podcasts. All you have to do is find The Washington Post channel in Apple Podcasts and connect your Post subscription. Then stay tuned for more subscriber-only audio benefits, like exclusive and early access episodes. If you're not a subscriber, this is a great time to start. You can sign up at our channel in Apple Podcasts or through the link in our show notes. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.